Yeah, now Volix is doing what he needs to do. He gets in a position on the mid lane where he can just stand and fully fear away. Yep.
I'm sure the smoke screen's going to come out eventually. There it goes. No ultimate for RTZ, obviously. 1437 does go down, but he does get a stun off on the Shadow Demon, which ends up being a kill, going the way. Viper's going to completely dive. This should be a kill. Oh, he does TP, and he's going to get out. Heads up play from Fear.
Yeah, #1 counter to Viper in the early stages of the game is just having TP sprawl. If he's alone, he can always...
Bottom lane. Yeah. Lone Druid is able to get off his Lone Druid form, but Zeus again takes the kill. Oh, Concoction's gonna hit too. JRX in quite a bit of trouble. RTZ has a blink strike. Not trying. Okay, he died. Good neutral denial coming out from JRX. That's gonna be one of the compendium points coming out. Random sentry ward here for RTZ. Takes a stun. Should be out of range unless they have more detection to fall. It doesn't look to be the case. Okay, I stand corrected. Easy kill coming out because the dust is carried by Trixie. 1437 destroyed into Soul Catcher. Oh my god! That burst damage, son. Holy jeez. Ricky's here. Never seen the ultimate. Zeus, yes, he has the refresh. He uses it from base, in fact. The kill's going to be on Shadow Demon. RTZ at half HP, attempting to run away.
I think he will. This bear is going to be a really big problem for Team Evil Geniuses.
Oh, top lane. It's shown here. JRX gets the disruption and the Soul Catcher. And Timbersaw ults. Wow, look at that burst damage. He does get the kill on Shadow Demon, ends up being a trade, but not the thing you want if you're Zeus this lane. Bottom lane. Zai, can he get the ultimate? Calling boom, calling boom. Nope. Mech coming out, cooldown. There's going to be a trade, but it is only an ultimate for Racing, so he dies.
I think he's going to die though.
Okay. That was an awesome teleportation attempt. And 3 dead, just like that for ASC. I believe that was a buyback from Fear, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
And it's going to be 4. RTZ lives to see another day. So,
Concoction, blink, charge it, and then get in. Or
there is no bear, but there is Nether Toxin. You can't underestimate that from Viper. So much building damage once it gets low, and they're going to clean it up. There is a TP, so EG's trying to salvage as much as they can. Zai doesn't have Blink Dagger for another 1 second. Can he get it off? Doesn't look to reinitiate. So 2 racks down for EG. Oh, this is crippling.
Okay, Jared.
What the hell? I don't understand what this is. Cully. Boom. Okay, I'll take it, Zai. It's all good. He does have Aghanim Scepter. Concoction, pop. He still has the ultimate, so he's going to revive pop. Witch Doctor ult dealing a lot of damage. Of course, there is reactive armor for Timbersaw, so not that much to him. Boogie gets a nice stun off 1437. Trixie's going to TP out, no problem with the BKB activated. Boogie looks to in all likelihood to be dead as he's literally surrounded, nowhere to go. Trying to get some chip damage, but in the end, falls to his death.
4 ASC are still getting more than enough out of this. EG just... they don't have the farm. I guess that's the end of the... that's kind of the conclusion here, which is very rare for me to say about a team like EG. EG are usually extremely good at getting farm, but that's the one weakness Ricky has for the mid game, is that he's really not that good at farming. He doesn't have any sort of AoE clearing ability. He's not good at pushing the waves very fast. And in this kind of game where the enemy team is running a lineup that peaks in the mid game and can really just shove down towers, he never really gets to play the skirmish game because the Radiant team is just grouping up as 5 and shutting him down completely. If he had another item, this would be very different, but 4ASC have done a really good job shutting him down.
Trixie will get stunned, but
they can't kill him at all. He's so tanky on the Timber, really farmed in this game.
16 charges.
He is 15, 3, and 8.
That is pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Roshan's been up for a while, and unfortunately for EG, they have a decent Rosh lineup. It's just they don't have positioning to be able to take this out, especially with the 2 racks in top and mid taken out. So this looks to be a free Rosh for 4ASC with Aegis and Cheese to boot. Aghanim Scepter is completed, so look for more calling boosts from Axe. I like this. Yes. Get a couple more before you probably lose, but then again, anything's possible with EG. They're the comeback kings if we've ever seen it before. Any team can be labeled that. It's definitely
or Secret, based on 2 days ago.
Well, in this tournament, Secret. I mean, Secret's really good at comebacks in general.
But you're right, EG are very good at playing late game, and it's not over yet. But any sort of mistake, and it's GG. Like if they lose a fight in their base, even if they have buybacks, they're probably still the time it takes the heroes to come from the fountain down to the bot lane. They're gonna lose racks. Just see this bear going to work now. There's no blip, so when the fight starts, the tier 3 spawn is going to be down.
Oh, Blade Mail already used by Zai. As this tower is at less than half HP, Viper doesn't care about anything. Has the Aegis. That is really fast tower kill. And the aggression from Zai getting caught out at half HP. God, this Timber Saw does so much damage to him. A nice Witch Doctor from the trees is actually going to help get Viper quite low. There goes Zeus. And the smiley face to boot from Jerax here. Popping Refresher. Not a whole lot you can do, however. Gets everything off and then dies shortly after. Wraith King with his ultimate comes back to life. And Viper with the GG's. For ASC, pretty dominating. In fact, I mean, okay, EG did pick some trolly heroes, but it made sense to some degree. It wasn't like complete troll, right?
I think their lineup could have definitely worked. I think they just got outplayed. And as far as the strategy went from 4ASC in the mid game, especially the Lone Druid last pick was almost impossible to deal with for EG. If that was any of the other heroes in the pool, Universe would have had a way better laning stage. They wouldn't have lost all their towers so early, and it would have been a very different game. So I just think really good draft from 4ASC. I also think it's their comfort zone. They got a lot of their key heroes. Timbersaw for Trixie's arguably one of his best, if not his #1 hero, and the Lone Druid for Matumbaman. So I think really good drafting, really good calls overall, and just really, as far as the decision making went, just playing a very solid game against one of the best teams in the world now. So very admirable from them. I'm saying it like they lost, they won the game, and going into game 2, they're going to have to do it again against the full EG lineup with PPD and on US East. So that's going to be even harder.
4ASC replaces Fnatic, and if you look at their lineup, they actually have as many players that Fnatic did last championship, so they have as much claim to the throne, if you will, with Trixie on 4ASC. So with that, we'll be right back, friends, with game 2. You agree with me, despite everybody being an idiot.
To an extent,
just quite. Shut up. Anyway,
no, seriously.
Stun onto Fear. Zeus, he has effectively a kill one way or another. Jerax getting the last hit. He's gonna. Oh god, he's getting cockblocked by the creeps. Weird.
It's also kind of a pub draft.
And then Arteezy just farming by. He doesn't need to be a part of these fights at all. Double impale yet again. Fear does not have his ultimate to finish anybody off though. So Zeus takes a Frost Blast, and the right clicks are enough to take him out. Fear will trade his life for this in all likelihood, unless there's something. Okay, he gets a stun on Spectre. Jerax can't get traded. Melee stun. And Fear's gonna live. Unbelievable. He even drains the Spectre of a little mana that he had left. So that dude is so far behind. And the Lich ult is still bouncing. PPD with RNGs is on his side. And Trixie, third to die for 4ASC. Zeus on the run, this juicy tomato is looking for the kill. Give it to the tomato. That, he deserved it. That tomato deserved it. Look at that damage. Absolutely.
Meanwhile, in Arteezy land.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Zeus, the teammate is farming away. They were forced by the bottom tower. Oh my god, that's a level 2 finger. Basically, one-shots Windrunner at this point. PPD taking pretty much no damage thanks to that level 4 living armor. Choice and movement.
Oh boy. Haste. They found Jerax.
Yeah, penitence. What level is that? Level 2. Huge hook shot into a car. Oh my god, Jerax on the run. Gets impaled to death. Chen might actually die. Pops the mech. So great kill from 4AC. Definitely worth the 3-for-1 exchange. And Trixie on the run. It's going to end up being 4-for-1, but I think it's definitely in 4ASC's favor. Better than it has been, at least in this game. Is he? Let's get an update. Alright, Boogie's still hiding.
Okay. Is under attack.
And Zai
Space
has living armor. God, they do no damage to the living armor. That is ridiculous. And basically one earn charge will... Okay, he did it. Good job. Oh my god, the burst damage. This feels like the all-star match in TI4. That's what... And there's no techies. It might as well have been pick techies. I'm gonna tell Arteezy next time. Go with your gut feeling. Just do it. Jerax level 7.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Oh, look at that damage! That massive damage to Lich. That right click from Dragon Knight is just too much to handle. This has somehow turned into an absolute troll game. They end up killing
Dire's top tower is
JerAx.
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
I don't even
is
know what to
under
say
attack.
anymore. I don't even know what to say. This is the first. Okay. So when we
Dire's
first originally
middle
started
tower
Captain's
is under
Draft,
attack.
there were some questions as to how serious teams would take it, right? This is the first game that's felt like a troll game. But
Well,
it's
the
only
thing
because they
is-
got dominated to begin with.
Yeah, they know that
Radiant's
they're
bottom
completely
tower is
fucked up,
under
so they're just
attack.
entertaining, right? I don't
Dire's
blame
top
them for it.
tower
And
is under attack.
at this point, you could also say just call GG,
Radiant
right? 'Cause
structures
it
are
is pretty much
fortified.
over, but they're just genuinely having a good time, putting on a show instead of GGing in 10 minutes when the game realistically was actually over, which unfortunately does happen sometimes. Sometimes it also happens in CM. But, I mean, at this point, it's just GG. They're like piling up the corpses.
Clockwork. Go for it. Oh, his mana is drained. Doesn't have ult, but anyways, Zeus gonna ult.
All are
And
healed.
the global heal from good old Chen, which we never see anymore. And that is
Dire's
a
top
Necro
tower
book
is under
on an
attack.
anti-mage. That's a first. I
Oh,
think.
he wants to push and win the game. If they're not gonna GG out, we have to make them.
Oh, Brixie! Test of Fate finishes him off in style. And now Zaya's just transitioned nicely into the enemy jungle.
Dire's
Boogie
top tower
lost to
is
Rage
under
Creep
attack.
one-on-one. It was close, but
Did he focus? He didn't use Focus Fire, that's why. Remember, Focus Fire for creeps. Easy farm. Look at these sentries. Look at this. You look at this?
Dire's structures
A lot of
are
gold
fortified.
investment there to make sure that 4ASC has vision.
Dire's
Deuce
top tower
should be a
is
pretty
under
easy kill.
attack.
The right click from PBD is enough for sure. Don't even need to call these fights anymore. Zeus picks up a Dagon. Things are happening. Spectre, where did he go? Where is he going?
Radiant's bottom
jumping
tower
all
is
over
under
the
attack.
place.
And he goes right into the pail. So good choice in
Dire's
movement.
top tower is under attack.
They found
Radiant's bottom
JerAx.
tower is
Yeah,
under
penitence.
attack.
What level is that?
Good
Level 2. Huge hook shot into a cause. Oh my god, JerAx on the run. Gets impaled to death. Chen might actually die, pops the mech.
Radiant's bottom
So great kill from 4AC. Definitely worth the 3-for-1 exchange. Now Trixie on the run. It's going to end up being 4-for-1, but I think it's definitely in 4ASC's favor. Better than it has been, at least in this game. And the
I
couriers.
wouldn't even be surprised to have an exchange where they lose like 1 for 3. Give them a pretty even golden XP exchange.
Dire's courier has been
Alright,
killed.
so this is going to ruin all predictions for the compendium with all these courier kills. Report. Yeah, Valve, unfortunately, will
Dire's
not.
courier has been
My
killed.
goodness. How many couriers is that?
Dire's
4?
middle tower
Gets
is
a
under
Necro
attack.
3.
Middle
And this is where,
tower
oh, that mana void, so juicy. Double kill for Arteezy. Okay, I want to see how much gold JerAx. JerAx has got a ton of gold for that kill. GG's come out. It's only 44 to 10. Going the way of EG's what was your phrase again? Ass smear? What was it? Ass wipe?
Ass wipe.
They wiped their ass with 4ASC this game.
It's kind of seems like it. I think everything, to be honest, everything 4ASC did in this game was pretty much in good style, apart from the spam buying curse in the end. I think we could have been without that, to be honest. But like
There's a limit.
Just playing on and having fun is perfectly fine, and I think they realized it themselves too. After they did that, they were like, okay, let's call GG. We're wasting time here. But like just being a little bit entertaining and playing out a game that's obviously completely lost, I think is fine if you're having fun with it. But to me, that was kind of the limit right there. But I think they know it themselves too with the GG call. So it ends up being a 1-for-1. They won the first game, which if you're just tuning in and you're watching this and you're like, who are these 4 ASC guys? They just got absolutely stomped. Why do they belong in this tournament? Well, they did beat EG in game 1, and they played a really good game 1 with a good draft. This game, they just completely let's be honest. Their draft was terrible. And they couldn't.
I kind of like the Dragon Knight support. I don't know. I don't
They
know,
were
man.
so
Melee range
cornered.
stun. It's pretty good.
They picked a lineup that was bad against Treant, and he was the overall first pick, and then they picked this into him with no supports. That's not going to end well. So this is a good game showcasing why having good supports is very important in Dota. Because if you don't,
Really? I hate supporting. I win
you
all the
lose
time.
early game very fast.
But yeah, that's the last match of today. What's the next series that we got to win?
The next series that we've got is actually in a little bit, I believe. So it's up in the air right now. It's possible that EG might be using a wildcard, but I think they won't. So most likely the next match, it's subject to change, but right now it looks like it will happen, is on Tuesday at 2000. It's going to be Evil Geniuses versus Alliance. And then we have a 2-day break, as it looks, because there's the teams are playing in the Summit qualifiers, so make sure you check that out on Wednesday and Thursday. And then we come back with a super weekend, pretty much, with 2 matches every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we even carry over to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there's like 8 days in a row with games. But
that sounds brutal.
A little bit slow starting in the tournament in terms of matches,
it's
but
good. We get our footing.
Pick up on it the next weekend. So
yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, DotaCinema.com